Translation of the elemental symbols. In the language of the ancients, these symbols convey meaning in both literal and abstract. Combinations of these symbols compose new symbols, much the way blue, red and yellow can be mixed to produce the secondary colours purple, orange and green. But be warned, the ancient language and its grammar have never been fully decoded. Haphazard assumptions will produce translation errors. Earth literally represents stone and metal. A more subtle translation means strength and defense. The most benign aspect of this symbol means stability, and at its lowest incarnation it translates as crushing doom. Typical coloration of this symbol is brown, red or dull green. Water. Rivers, lakes, streams and ocean. A more abstract translation is change. This symbol's noblest meaning is purification, while its lowest aspect represents stagnation. It is rarely associated with the death symbol in the form of a whirlpool. Colours associated with this symbol are blue, green and grey. So we'll have a look at just those few symbols for now. I'll read some more later on. But until then, hello everybody, welcome to another episode of Azurik, Rise of Perathia. And today, we are going to begin our quest, once again, into the air realm. Let's have a quick listen to the Oracle, see what he seems to think we should do next.
Enter the Great Tree to travel to the atmospheric projector to find your highest level of Earth power.
So yeah, pretty short and snappy. Our last level of Earth power, you're gonna have to excuse me, guys. You're gonna have to excuse me because I'm still coughing like mad and I don't understand why or what's going on with me, but apparently I am. Today we're gonna be going for our final Earth power, which is just our final power in general. Would you believe it? Once we've got that, we're sort of done with pumping Azurik up. Now, of course, we do have various disc fragments to go for. We've got 2 of the life disc already. Only 1 fragment of the air disc, which we only just got, but the other 3 are actually complete. Funnily enough, the air disc is the next one we're going to complete. It might look like we're about to do the life disc, and indeed we can do life disc stuff at this point. Now that we've got, oh no, we can't quite do that. Basically, we've seen that last life fragment that we need before we can pass through the seal in the tower. We've seen it before. Do you remember in the volcano area there was that acid block? You guys might not remember, it was a while ago now. But we can actually get that after we have our final Earth power. But in the process of doing that, we're actually going to find ourselves getting basically the entire air disc too. It's really cool. This area as well, so I've played through it on my test file, and I have no recollection of ever doing it when I was younger, so I really don't think I ever got through those crystals. That said, it's a badass looking place, very cool, and I thoroughly regret that I never played it when I was younger, because it's kind of weird. Like, this next area we're playing, I'm sort of going to be playing it with the same perspective you guys have had if you never played this game yourself. Like, for me, this has been like a nostalgia-fueled adventure. This time, we're not going to go through the silver teleport again, for good reason. This has been like a nostalgia-fueled adventure. Like, I can appreciate on an objective level some of these areas look cool, but a lot of it is fueled by the nostalgia. But then this new zone, like, there is no nostalgia there for me because I just don't remember it. But it still looks really cool anyway, so it's weird. Like, I get to appreciate it on the same way that many of you have. Anyway, now, if you weren't following last time, guys, last time we were in the air realm, we got our final air power. We've done loads of stuff. With our final air power, we can basically now fly. We can pentajump, and it's pretty cool. I messed up there because you can do some weird breaks. Like, you can jump on top of that archway if you like. I managed to do it on my test file, and then like try and break out of maps and stuff, which is pretty funny actually. There's so many, like there, we're going for this disc fragment, by the way. So like you could try and fly onto the bridge like that, but the game like gives you an invisible barrier or whatever, so you can't. But yeah, this is why we haven't taken the silver teleport in the Earth realm. 1, we're just going to the Great Tree. But 2, do you remember this? This barrier I showed us many moons ago? We can now pass through this because we've got fire level 3 and air level 3. So we'll pop that. And as you can see by going through the teleport, it really doesn't like it. It's going to strike you with a lot of hits of lightning there. But it doesn't matter because we'll get through anyway. And we'll get our second air fragment. So there you go, straight away we're already halfway done with the air disc. The air disc's weird as well, the fragments that it fills in. Usually we fill in like clockwise, but this time it's going in a weird way. Pretty interesting. And I did that sequence break to get that obsidian before, but if anyone else is playing along, you might want to grab that obsidian now. And yeah, so finally we managed to get this. Such a long time before you can get through that barrier. And quite easy to forget as well, let's be honest. You can easily forget that barrier even exists in the first place. The golems can't even hit us anymore if we've got an electric shield. How cool is that? Ah, it's fantastic. It really is. We can like one-shot kill Sleeths. We can one-shot kill Overlords now as well if we're using the right element. Very cool. There's a few things that I still haven't shown you. We now have our level 3 air attacks too, so look at that. Oh my god, don't forget he's weak to whirlwind, not air at all. But man, level 3, so like it just goes crazy with lightning now. Ah, dude, see the animations, they proper peak. I love it. Really, really cool. It's funny because I feel like a lot of other games would just give you this kind of animation and effect by default, but I've never stood for that. I feel so much more rewarding that we've gone on this epic quest, this massive adventure to get to this power level. Very, very fun. Anyway, we'll hit the save point. By all rights, I probably shouldn't have shown you guys this entire walk, but hey, whatever. We're going back to the Great Tree. We're also going to take a little bit of a side path in which we grab an obsidian when we get there. So, do you know what? I'm just going to cut it until we get to that obsidian area. I'll see you guys in a second. All I'm doing is going over that digger. Okay, so here, over at the geyser that we used to launch ourselves into the blue beam, now that we have our final power of air, this is one of the better hidden obsidians. You're actually going to want to fly over to this. Now, this might feel like you're breaking out the map or something, but you're not. There's a great example of the distances we can cover while we're flying. And there'll be plenty of that now, by the way. Now that we're going into, like, the hardcore areas of the air zone, there's going to be some great stuff. But on the other side, as you can see here, there is an obsidian to collect. This is right near the entrance of the zone, funnily enough. So we're going to drop down here. And do I go and save it? Oh, and I'm going to go save it again. So I can't believe we didn't pick up those emeralds either. So see you at the save point, and then we're going to head into the tree. Alright, okay, so in case you guys need a reminder, in a previous episode, we explored all of the Earth realm finding hidden crystals, which basically taught us a song we were to play on that massive crystal, which would open these large double doors in the center of the tree. This is an area we haven't explored yet while playing the game, and for once we're finally going to head on in here. This is basically every realm in this game, with the exception of, like, okay, well, the realms we've found so far in this game have all had 4 zones to them. We've seen 2 of them for the air realm so far. We've seen the air purifier and we've seen the rain machine. We're now going to look at more stuff to do with the atmosphere. So let's head on to this little lift. Reminds me of a game called Pandemonium, by the way. Just love the way it looks. And we're going to start going up. Now, we haven't quite seen the top of the tree. We've seen that the tree goes very high, but we've not seen the top of the tree. And you guys have no idea how big this thing is. Oh my goodness. See, it looks like that's probably just the top there with those leaves. Nope. Nope. It goes way higher than that. So there we go. We're now at the Great Tree Zone. And we just keep climbing. Or is the Great Tree the name of the zone underneath? I don't know. I guess it depends what you want to call it. Look at this tree! Look at this tree! And this is all like the lowest stuff on the tree, okay? We're like below the playable terrain in this map so far. We're going to fly right up into the trunk here. It's amazing. It is so cool. It's also a little bit difficult early on here because we get no save point. There's no save point for a good while. The save point's actually above where we came in, and that's not going to make much sense until we actually activate it. But here in this room, you'll find a couple of diamonds and then 3 keys. So this is something we haven't seen or played with that much recently. We haven't really seen any keys since we were doing Earthrealm stuff. But there's 3 keys, and each key is like next to some gems that glow in 2 different colors, or have like these gems are really curious. Look at this. It's green, but as I move, like it flashes red. It's really weird. So there's a green and red gem. There's a blue and purple gem, and then over there there's a green and blue gem. And we need to put, basically, by putting these keys in, we can get sucked into these pipes. This area doesn't actually take that long to do, so I'll try and keep the pace up. But here, look, so we're out on the rim of the tree here. We get a silver teleporter. This silver teleporter, when we get to the other side of it, is going to transfer us, basically, to... So watch this. Watch me one-shot this Overlord. Boom! Down he goes. And again... Oh, I missed that time. And, well, you got to attack him twice unless you use the jump slam combo. But yeah, that silver teleporter is going to basically allow us to skip this entire zone once we've completed it the first time. Which is cool, but obviously that's going to take a little bit for us to get to. So there are lots of enemies. I'm going to opt to avoid them for now. This is lightning block, which means more diamonds come out of it. Diamonds for air. There's a bunch of taculars here. Kind of annoying because they're next to where the oracle speaks to you. And they'll attack you while you listen to the oracle, so I'll just cut it until they're dead. Alright, there we go. There is one still alive. Taculars are going to become thoroughly annoying enemies, by the way. But anyway, so the oracle says...
This tree links the Earth realm and the Air realm. By collecting the keys to the transport tubes, you can open the Air realm for exploration and fix the atmospheric machinery. Fly through the tubes to reach the elevator at the top of the tree.
Okay, so we need to activate the tubes, basically, which is what I explained about the keys earlier. There's another rock here, which I'm going to go pop. Again, there's no opportunity for us to save, so this is like one of the annoying things about this area. It's that I actually think it's really cool that the gemstones there are on theme. Like, they're either emeralds, Earth Realm, or diamonds, Air Realm. That's really kind of cool. But yeah, so basically, because we can't save, it's kind of frustrating to go and get all those gem blocks every single time. But hey, you want to do it, then you got to. You're going to jump onto this really precarious fan here. There's a last tacular down there as well. And just float up. Now, don't move. We are in control here. Don't move to the side of the fan. Obviously, we're going really high up here. And if you move, then you're going to get yourself killed. But it'll actually move us up onto this leaf layer. And sadly, the night has just turned, which sucks. Now, there's going to be loads of shards attacking us here too. And the shards can be a big problem in this map because you know how the previous shards we were fighting were basically, they would just kill themselves on a lightning shield. These new shards don't do that, which sucks. So you've actually got to make an effort to kill them. There you saw a mechanic, or hopefully you saw a mechanic. If you fall too far, even when you've got your air power level 3, if you fall too far, you won't be able to flap your wings that many times. And that can get you killed in this zone. So basically, if you're going to try and fly in Azurik, you have to commit to be flapping your wings like once every 2 seconds or 3 seconds. Otherwise, Azurik will fall too far and it will just immediately remove your power. It's kind of a weird mechanic. And it's not well, like, explained or described through the gameplay. That can make it really frustrating, but it sort of makes sense to me. Anyway, so there is an obsidian over here. Obviously, you put yourself at risk of getting hit by these enemies. And then you're going to just want to fly back up over on the left. There, wow, like that. That was so dangerous. It's a shame that it's night, because this area is so pretty during the day. But basically, once you've grabbed that obsidian, you can jump down to this water pool. If you don't care about that obsidian at all, then you can ignore this water pool in the first place. Jump over here, and the yellow script definitely kill him because you've got a lot of flying to do here. So basically what we're going to do is jump across these rocks here. Now, some of these rocks are cracked, okay? And they will break and fall down as you land on them. So you gotta keep moving, keep the pace up. I do believe you can do this with air power level 2 instead of level 3. You know, just a double jump will get you through most of this. Or a triple jump, as it were. But, you know, if you come here with your air power stronger, it just makes a lot more sense. Because at the very end of this area... Okay, well, not your air power stronger, but at the very end of this area... Wow, Azurik. Basically, we're going to find an ice block that we need to melt, or a bunch of ice blocks. And that's the reason why it's smarter to come to this area of the world after you've done the other air realm stuff. Because otherwise, you can come all the way up here. I mean, shit, you can come here after you've fixed the tower in the Earth Realm if you want, if you really think about it. Once you found all those crystals, yeah, well, who's stopping you? But you'll get to the top, and you won't have enough air fragments to break the air seal, and it's just not going to work. So, but yeah, you want to climb up here and hit this ladder, and we should be coming a little bit closer to the safe point now. But we still got a fair bit to do before we get to it. A little bit nerve-wracking. Hope you guys are doing good, by the way, today. It's currently like 7 o'clock in the morning. It's really early. Basically, my sleep schedule has been going further and further and further out of sync of where I want it to be. So I got 5 hours sleep last night, and now I'm up again very, very early in the day, and I'm hoping that I'll be able to stay up all day and fix that, which would be wonderful. Also, episode 4 is uploading today, so this is the day that episode 4 went up, and I'm quite happy. There isn't too much for people to comment on, because obviously it's an old game. If it wasn't a game that you played, then it's sort of like, you know, well, how much is there to say except for, oh, I'm enjoying this kind of thing. But I do really appreciate it, and I've had a lot of people saying to me, hey, more Azurik, hey, this is really cool, and I'm really happy about that, because I don't know, it's like I was saying in the other video, you get nervous when you start to upload, and it's weird. It's like, oh, yeah, they're going to just think it's terrible. And I have had comments with people being like, oh, this game was terrible. And it's funny, because if you compare it to other Xbox games, then yeah, some of them are so much better. But, in different ways, nothing on the Xbox really had a big world like this. It's interesting to me to compare this to Banjo-Kazooie, right, and Banjo-Tooie. These were N64 games, very kind of similar to this. You know, open worldy, collecting stuff games, but they had a lot more, you know, story and text and stuff involving them. So I don't know. But anyway, what we're doing here, in case you can't see, it doesn't cast that much light. We're coming on the edge of this propeller and jumping off over to this giant. So there, can you see how I didn't get all the flaps of my wings because I fell too far? We're coming over to this giant tree here. Continue killing these air elementals if you can. Oh my god, I'm stuck. That's amazing. B attack saves the day. Yay. This area is actually kind of weird. I don't like this. I don't know. I feel like I'd get kind of stuck trying to figure out to come over here. It's such an obscure area you need to be. There's a ladder, but ignore that. That's our way back. Acid block level 3. Curious thing, which we'll have to come back for later. I mean, we're still, even though we've basically got all of our powers, we're still coming across stuff that we can't break through. That is the last possible barrier. A level 3 acid block. That's the last thing. And what do you know? There's one in our way, so we're going to have to do a little bit of backtracking to get that later on. But okay, that's fine. Kill a couple more air elementals. You've obviously got more shards. I hate that my computer keeps, like, I don't know, it goes into battery saving mode while I'm recording for you guys. I guess it's helpful because it does it after, like, 20 minutes, so I should know when to end a video. Like, technically, this is the end of a video now. It's just, we'll end it when we get to the save point, which we still haven't had. So may I remind you that if I die, I don't even appear in this zone at this tree. I appear at the... Oh my god, I thought I was going to die from the fall there. I don't even appear here in this zone. I appear at the sodding... The zone before it. I'm at the base of the tree. I haven't even got that... Oh no, I do have that obsidian that we started the video with, but still. Right, so you want to hit that switch. That's going to open that pods. You're going to climb up this ladder and get this multicolored orb, and you might think it's only for this. But as you can see there, there's like a platform that comes by. These are really infrequent as well, and that's kind of an area where I feel like I could get stuck. You know, you climb up and you think that ladder's just for a multicolored orb, you leave, and then it's only way later you realise that these platforms are flying through. And a lot of the area, well, this section of the air realm is sort of just casual, relaxing, stop, take a drink, pry your eyes open because it's early in the day. Oh, that drink of water felt really good. Because basically we just got these big cinematic long travels across. So look, all the way down there, that's where we had, that's the silver teleport. You can actually see it right now. That's pretty cool. And this does look really beautiful. This is what I'm talking about. There's no nostalgia attached to this for me right now. So it does feel a little bit more hollow than other bits of the game that I've been playing. But this looks fucking awesome, doesn't it? And if I'd played this when I was younger, the whole way through the series, I've probably been like, oh guys, I can't wait to show you this area. Like, come on, this just looks so good. Anyway, we've got this pod here. You'll notice that it's opening and closing. That's what the switch did. There's a key floating in the air above it. And it might look like suicide to jump for that key. And you've got to time it just right so that the thing's open. But it's not suicide. It shouldn't be suicide if I get down to it. There we go, because you'll collect it and fall into that haze. And it feels dodgy. I don't know, every time I go in one of those, I'm like, oh, is it going to kill me? Is it going to kill me? No, it doesn't. It's just going to take you through the trunk of the tree. And you're going to pop out above the lift that we arrived in. Stand automatically on a save point. I love the way they do the saving in this area. Bridge extends, and down we can go onto this. So there we go. That's the first little section. Finally, we got to save. We have a key which is going to take us into this and suck us up into that tube to a different area of the tree. The next couple of episodes should be really interesting, I think, guys, because basically we already feel ridiculously high up. And we're just going to keep climbing higher and higher and higher and higher. And then at the end of the zone, we're going to go even higher and higher and higher. And eventually we will be in the stratosphere. Incredible stuff. So thank you very much for watching, guys. Azurik, Rise of Perathia. I will see you next time. Bye! Why am I doing this campy bye now? What the fuck is up with that?